So this is Paul Carr for TechCrunch, and I'm in New York, but I'm joined from London by Simon Tofield and Mike Cook. Now, Simon is the creator of Simon's Cat, or I guess maybe the father, the owner of Simon's Cat. What's the correct?
The owner would be good. Yes, the owner suits me down to the ground. The owner of Simon's Cat.
So for those tiny number of people who, for whatever reason, don't know Simon's Cat, in a nutshell, who is Simon's Cat?
Simon's Cat is a naughty, fat little cat who basically tricks me into feeding him in short films that are on YouTube in various ways, like waking me up with a baseball bat or turning the TV off with a remote control. He basically manipulates me without me really realising it, and I think a lot of cat owners can relate to that, and it's become quite popular because of that, I think. The major break came when we got a book deal with Canongate, which allowed us to basically use that money from the book deal to actually, basically for me to do the animations full time, because before I'd been working doing adverts, so Simon's Cat was a bit of a part-time for me. But by getting the book deal, it allowed me to concentrate solely on doing animations. So, and that was when I started to take it as a proper full-time business, really.
And also that was for when I joined Simon, because I was also working as a freelance animator doing TV commercials and only helping out here and there if Simon needed help in Simon's Cat. But I think things started changing a bit here once his book deal came along, and he was able to take me on full-time to help.
Do you find it difficult to, when something that starts out free on the internet, people tend to think of it as just this sort of public domain thing? How do you differentiate between the stuff you give away, obviously a huge number of the animations, but then you sell a lot of this stuff? I mean, how do you differentiate between the two? Do you care about copyright? I mean, do you clamp down fiercely on people who rip off the Simon's Cat brand, or is it just kind of more of a Creative Commons approach of like, as long as they're not doing it for money, we don't care?
Well, one of the things that you have with a lot of your viewers will know with YouTube, you've got Content ID, which identifies copyright content on the YouTube platform, and will boot it off if we've opted to have that, which is what we have. So when we upload a video, YouTube knows it belongs to us, and it should, if the system's working right, stop other people from uploading that video onto YouTube at least. In terms of giving away the content, it's still free on YouTube. We don't have any problem with people embedding it in their websites and doing it like that. But one of the reasons for putting it on YouTube in the first place, especially for Simon, was that he wasn't getting credited for his films originally, and that's a big problem for when you have online content distributed in ways which they shouldn't be. You get a lot of people claiming that it was their work, and that's not fair, especially for the hard work that Simon puts in. Other people shouldn't be claiming that that's their animations.
Right. And so, back to Simon, what's your long-term view with this? I mean, the cat is clearly the big character now. Are you looking to just do more with Simon's Cat, or is this going to become an animation studio where you have, maybe Simon's duck or Simon's, frog?
I think the cat's got a lot more years in him, hopefully. I certainly would like to see him go on and on and on, and with the books, it allows me to use a lot more animation. The films are they're just locked off. They're just one little scene, like a bed or a sofa. But with a book, it allows me, every page is a different environment. So with the books, it allows me to get a lot more fun and characters in this. There's loads more characters, new cats, new dogs, new birds in the garden. So his world is expanding. So who knows? I'd certainly like to do the cat for many more years.
And you
give the cat his chance to shine, because he's still fairly new. So,
yeah.
I mean, jumping on to other characters, it's something which could happen, but the cat needs to have his chance.
Yeah, he's still very young, the cat. He's only been at 2 or 3 years. So luckily I haven't run out of ideas yet, and the books are good because it allows me to put hundreds of ideas down, and they kind of act as material for films as well. So it's very fulfilling. So hopefully I'll never run out of film ideas as well, because I can just look through the books and adapt a few gags from there. You see.
What are the big challenges? What are the unexpected things you found from taking it from just some YouTube clips to a business?
Well, I think an obvious challenge is, well, you brought it up earlier, is when you're giving away something for free. People expect be continued to be given things for free, so you have to be careful about when it is that you decide you're going to try charge something, for in the Simon's Cat world. But I think it makes sense. We've the things that you can buy from Simon's Cat on our website are actual products, and I don't think anyone expects to be sent a T-shirt for free or anything like that. So
yeah,
you don't see a time when you're going to start charging people to watch the clips.
It could happen, but at the moment we're carrying on with how we've been going so far.
Yeah.
So finally then, the community around Simon's Cat is interesting. There are obviously a huge number of fans, and you sell T-shirts, and clearly there's an audience for this stuff. How do you interact with that community? Do you have a sort of love-hate relationship with them, a love-love relationship with them? Like at TechCrunch, we have a kind of love-hate with our community. Talk about the Simon's Cat community.
Well, I'll just jump in before Simon carries on. But it's interesting. We've just come back from the MCM Expo here in London the weekend just gone, and your American TechCrunch readers, you might not know that's almost like the UK equivalent of Comic-Con.
Right.
And so we've just had a chance to meet face to face a lot of people who like Simon's Cat, and Simon and I were lucky enough to be offered a chance to speak on a panel there as well.
Are they terrifying, the people?
No, I really like it because it gives me a chance to actually meet them face to face. We get so many emails and comments on the YouTube saying, I love your work and things, but you don't really put a face to the words. So, but when you see someone face to face, and you can see in their eyes, and they see how much they like it, and just lots of, they give me artwork, their sort of fan work and stuff. That's wonderful, because you really feel like you've kind of made a difference, and it's just nice to see. And it's just nice to meet them face to face.